Little Yamaha Tri-Moto 175. First thing we're going to do is move this thing out of the way a little bit, get it over here. Alrighty guys, so the first thing here I did is these little bushings here for the seat. The seat has two little clips, slides over this guy here. I taped these guys up because they're split junk. This one here was not for it. I found this thing, made that work. Holds the seat on a lot better. There's a couple other little things I gotta go through. I'm missing all the screws for the airbox here and the filter. I have to go through the carburetor. The carburetor previous owner said that he cleaned it up, but you never know how that goes. So I'm gonna take that guy off, check it over, clean it out real good. I'm going to install all the airbox pieces correctly and do a couple other little things. I'm gonna put a new spark plug in it. The gas tanks aren't mounted on here correctly, and they're full of nasty gas, so I gotta clean those out. And another thing, pull start's missing a couple screws. It's been repaired here previously. I've already been in here and fixed this guy all up. There was a little plastic wheel in here that was damaged. I replaced that. The shifter, it's real sloppy and nasty. Goes through all the gears and everything. I just gotta take this guy, clean it all up, replace a couple of the little bushing pieces, and we'll go from there. Got the gas tank plastic off of it. First thing we're gonna do is, looks like we got a little zip tie here. We'll cut that guy and get that out of the way. I'm gonna cut it again. Get all that out of the way for now. Then we'll pull the tanks off, get those out of the way. Start pulling off some of the airbox stuff there. Get down to the carburetor, get it completely off. And we'll start checking that out. Just checking out this side over here a little bit. Looks like we got like a little tube or something missing off of here. Looks like it comes down through this guy, goes down there. So we'll have to see where that goes. Not too sure what's under there. Oil injection, I believe. Looks like it's missing a screw. The oil injection is bypassed on this. It doesn't have the oil tank anymore. Just go through the basics on it. I might pull the pipe off, check the pipe out, make sure there's no junk in it. I have had this thing running. Runs and idles fairly decent, but I'm still gonna pull the carb and check it out, make sure there's nothing weird going on. And basically just go over the basic little things and make sure she's ready to go. Alrighty, got the tanks off the bike here. Looks like there's part of the wiring harness here. It's taped up through here still, but it's bare through here. Tape all that guy back up, clean all that up. Here is the fuel pump for this bike. This bike senses pulse from the intake there and pulses this fuel pump, pumps it to the carburetor. Pretty self-explanatory. There's a little diode thing here that's busted. I'm not too sure what that guy is. I want to figure that out. Still runs how that is. The headlight does not work, and there is no switch on the bar for the lights, just a kill switch over there. So that could be why the lights don't work. I'm not too sure. We'll keep digging into it and we'll figure it out. So we got the carb off of her right here. It's not too bad. Got a little bit of dirt in it right there, a little bit inside. The oil injection was still hooked up to this guy. They got the pump, the tank blocked off. Sorry about that. Overall in pretty good shape. Choke hole there is a little dirty. We'll go over it and take her apart, clean her up. Here's some more of the airbox pieces. As you can see, they're utterly disgusting. So we'll clean all those out pretty nice. Here's the machine herself. I pulled the hole out, checked the change engine's a little loose. Reeds are in good shape. They're steel reeds. Not too bad overall. This guy is in the way of the seat mechanism. We got to get this out of the way, reroute that. I'm not too sure if that's the correct location for that. Yeah, so we'll get some bolts in this pull start because, like I said, I know everything under there is okay. This guy here is pretty loose. Down here, the linkage ball, so we'll end up fixing that up. A little gross right there, not too sure what's going on there. Axle seal, maybe. Yeah, we'll tension that chain up and we'll clean the carb out, get all that back on, and should be ready to go. Nice little Allen bolt in this guy here. Rerouted this cable a little bit. They had it all a little janky through here. So I did all that, rerouted this guy through, made it come up through here behind all this spring and stuff. So that works like it's supposed to now, nice and behind there, to hook it back up over here. And we'll be good with that. Alrighty guys, I got the tanks zip tied together for right now, just to hold them together so they're good. Just here's a little example of the gas came out of this thing. It's really old, super disgusting. So what I'm gonna do with these guys, I'm gonna take them, I'm going to put some fresh gas in them, make sure it gets into both tanks nice and good. And then I'm gonna shake them around real good, drain them out, and they'll be clean and ready to go back on. The chain cover off the bike, just oiled the chain all up. Everything looks pretty good. Spins over fairly good. It's got a little binding spot in the chain. Like I said, this thing sat for a long time. So we'll lube the chain up, we'll tighten it up extra tight, run it over a couple times, and then tension it properly, and she should be pretty good. All right, chain cover's back on, all that stuff's in place. Gonna get ready to throw the tanks back on it. And the big strap that goes around here holds these two tanks together. So I did some engineering here, put these nice little zip ties through the little post holes that hold the tank on there. Missing a couple other rubber pieces too, no big deal. So we'll cut all these guys off, and the tank will be nicely mounted. Alrighty guys, got some fuel coming out of the line. Put the tank on, put a nice little new piece of line on there. Hit it on there, flowed through. I'm not sure it's supposed to do that. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to pump with the pulser right here, but we'll see how that goes. And clean the carburetor all up. Do that here in just a minute, and we'll be ready to throw it back on. So the previous owner stated he cleaned the carb. Took all the screws out of it. Let's see what we're looking like in here. Oh, that's disgusting. Main jet's nice and clogged up. Looks like a fairly simple carburetor. Oh yeah, that's gross. Oh, look at the water and stuff in that. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean this up and we'll come back with you. Alrighty, boys and girls, got the carburetor all cleaned back up, cleaned the jet out, scrubbed the bowl up real good, cleaned out this needle and seat, cleaned out this nice little jet in here, cleaned the bowl out real well. She's all ready to go back together and go back on the trike. Carburetor back on the little tri-moto. Got the choke cable here all put in there nice. Fuel line on with a nice little clamp. Got all that together. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna throw the airbox back on, clean it all up, and see what she'll do. The airbox fully installed. Put a couple miscellaneous match screws in it for now. I was missing all the screws for that. Next thing I wanna do is I'm going to block off the oil injection, like I say before. The quad doesn't have, well, trike doesn't have the oil injection anymore, so we'll make a nice little nipple that keeps that guy off, and we'll just tuck this guy up out of the way, and that should be it. We'll check the transmission, make sure it's got oil in it, so we don't tear up any of the gears or anything in there, and she'll be ready to start up. I found a nice piece of little hose, capped it off with the screw, shoved it on there. She's on there pretty good. Make sure it's on there nice, firm. We don't got any air leaks, and we should so everything's ready to go on the three-wheeler. I have cleaned everything up, gone over everything, checked everything over. It's got fuel in it. Carburetor's nice and clean. Fuel's on. Should be able to choke it and dial the idle in. So let's see what happens. So, like I said, fuel's on. Come up here to the bars. Turn the choke on. Slide some of this stuff out of the way. Make sure it's working. Make sure it's on run. Everything's nice and tight. We'll turn the idle down a little bit just because. Make sure it's not too high. Let's try to kick it down in gear. I've never put it in gear. See what happens. Alright, she's in gear, moving. Holding the brake, make sure the clutch is working. Oh yeah. See from that last clip, she starts up, runs pretty good, goes into gear, the axle turns. So yeah, we'll finish putting her all together. We'll jack her up, pull off that front wheel, and start slicing them old rubbers off and get ready for the new ones to come. All right, you guys, as you can see, I threw the plastics back on it just for now. They'll come back off after I clean it up and wash it really good. Haven't had a chance to do that to her yet. As you can see, I found some nice little 10mm hardware to throw in it. These little stickers are, see, coming right off, I guess. That's what takes those off. That's pretty much it. She runs pretty good, seems to idle pretty good. I'll jack this thing up when the tires get here, and we'll chop them off. And I'll see you when the tires come. Thanks for watching.